Hello everyone, welcome to Crystal Eclipse. My name is Jessica. In this video, we'll be asking the cards for information on your divine counterpart. We'll be seeing if you've met this person already, anything that might clue you into who this person might be, some key personality traits that we can see within the cards, and just basically anything else that might come up during this reading. I have 4 stacks for you all to choose from today. We have Rose Quartz, Obsidian, Lapis Lazuli, and lastly Labradorite. So choose whichever stack or stacks call out to you. And remember, you can choose multiple stacks. Just take whatever resonates or what you feel is meant for you from those stacks, and leave what you feel is like meant for somebody else. So let's go ahead and get started on this reading. So starting off here with our first stack, we have this Rose Quartz. We'll put it over here. Maybe we'll put it over here so I can see it. We have our first card of the Ten of Swords coming out. We have the 10 of Cups. So we see a big energy change with this person. We have the 8 of Feathers, which would be the 8 of Swords with cards and solutions. And we have Transformation with Transition and Liberation, which would be Death in a normal tarot deck. We have Connection to Heart. And we have Between Worlds. So when it comes to these cards with these Between Worlds popping out, I almost want to say you have not met this person. If you have met this person, the relationship isn't quite where you're hoping it would be. Meaning there's either a delay, there's a separation, or there's something that is almost like slowing down the road to like the level or the intensity that you're hoping for. Now that is to say it's different from like there's a lot of obstacles, because I feel like if this is your divine counterpart, there would be normal amounts of obstacles, but they would only be slowdowns. They wouldn't be complete stops. So if there are things that are like tearing you apart, keep that in mind. That might not be that person that you're thinking of. It's just slowness that's represented here, because it's readying you or preparing both of you for entering this stage that the higher ups had intended for you, where there's this beautiful unity that allows you to strengthen each other and grow into this beautiful mindset that's here within Connect to Heart, of being on a different plane, being able to really understand the person, being able to care for this person, and knowing that they feel the same way as you, knowing that there's this spiritual bond going on between this relationship. Now, that's why I'm saying, if you've met this person, it seems like there's a slowness to the relationship. If you have not met this person, it does appear that they're on their way, but it's like both of you have to make sure that you're both properly aligned in order for this relationship to come together. I'm not saying that it won't. It is coming together. It's just the universe wants to make sure that you're both in proper alignment for this to be successful. Now, with 10 of Swords coming out in that first position, I think it's both of your energies coming through here, where you both might have been hurt. I think strongly it's their energy that's saying that something happened in a past relationship that's really like heavily weighed on their mind. This could be a divorce. This could be a separation. This could be a familial relationship that just, ended in a very toxic way that left them very scarred. Like, it was hard to move on from. It was hard to get over. It was something that's still, I would say, impacts them to this day, and they're having a hard time sort of figuring things out. But I think here, since we're sort of seeing it transition into the 10 of Cups from the 10 of Swords, it's got this real energy of like, it's getting there, in its own time. It's getting there. Might be taking a while, might be taking its sweet time to get there, but it's getting to this position where it was almost all worth it. Like, they were divinely guided to go through all of these issues, all of these struggles in order to make it out. So when you came along, they would see this relationship as the right relationship, so that all the like signs would be pointed in the right direction. It's clarity within this relationship with you, because they don't have the pain or the discomfort that was present in those previous relationships. They don't have the issues that they had with those previous people when it comes to you. So it's like this, almost like they had to suffer a little while to make sure that when this greatness came, that they were fully prepared for what was being presented to them, what was coming into their life. And we do see 10 of Cups in that beautiful like illustration of like this beautiful family, these people from different walks of life that have come together and are bonded. It's like, despite all of these issues, despite having so many problems beforehand, it's come together in a gorgeous happiness that is permanent. It's long-term energy with the Ten of Cups. That's fluid energy. It's moving forward. It's going with you as you move forward. We do see Eight of Feathers. Like I said, that would be the Eight of Swords, but we see this in a different position rather than the Eight of Swords that, you know, might have this stuck feeling. We're seeing it in the Eight of Swords. It's like the ability and decision to move forward. In that normal Eight of Swords, we'd see somebody who's just sitting there sort of like trying to figure out how to make it through this, how to move forward. But here we're seeing that this person has decided to move forward, decided to let those things, you know, stay in the past. They know that it's not suiting them anymore. And I would feel the same way for you. We're seeing that you're not letting those things, you know, weigh you down or impact you, hold you in that position for too long. We're seeing you move forward. And it's both of you that are moving forward into this better light. We see transformation, right? Rather than death, we see transformation. And that's that rebirth aspect of the Death card. Transitioning between worlds. And we see all these cards connecting to each other, saying there's something really wonderful to come for you. You just need to let go of the past. And I think that's this person there, letting go of the past so that this can be a true divine connection that has that strength in it, that has that positivity, that growth factor, that long-term strength and stability of a relationship. So that's sort of like what's going on right now when it comes to both of you. When it comes to other aspects like their personality, we do see this person is extremely loyal. We see that with connection to heart, as well as the Ten of Cups. This person is all about family, all about relationships, all about like giving their all to the people they love. They have been hurt in the past, so it might take a while for them to open up and like be more, you know, talkative to you. I don't think this is somebody who is very outgoing, meaning I don't think this is like somebody who likes to go out to parties or large gatherings. I think they like to keep to themselves. They don't seem to be like overly talkative. They seem to be somebody who is less of a speaker, you know, more on the quiet side. I think they are very attentive. They pay attention a lot to fine details, and it's almost surprising in the way that they pay attention. Like you'll say something and months later they'll still remember it, they'll bring it up, and you'll be surprised because nobody else has done that. This person is definitely long-term. That's what they're looking for her, because they want that family, they want that support, they want a group around them that will be with them, you know, for the rest of their life. So they're really you know, solely interested in somebody who will bring them that like family ties, those bonds. Like I said, with between worlds, we do see a transition. So this person possibly was in a very dedicated relationship that didn't end well, or they just had, you know, some relationships around them that led to some you know, trauma or some things that they carried with them. Comes to other appearances, I don't think this person's like a very showy person, so you probably like, they probably don't really stand out. I'm not sure why, but that blue is really standing out to me in these cards. So there might be something blue. It might be their favorite color, or it might be their eye color. And there's something there that's really saying something, and vibrant. So I do think that despite being quiet, a little reserved, I feel like this person has a very vibrant, positive personality. They see the future. They see the hope in the future. And they're more in a mindset of, I want things to be positive, or I want to see the positive. I want to hope for the future. So in a very good place mentality wise. But that's what I'm saying when it comes to this divine counterpart. There's a timing that may not be present right now when it comes to the relationship. So you might not be there like with this person yet, because we see transformation as there's still a transition that you're going through. But it's definitely from one phase to another, with the removal of that Ten of Swords, like you know, the stabbing in the back, the discomfort, into this like loving atmosphere, the supportive family, sort of like a new life that's come through. So that's what I'm seeing here with this first stack and this rose quartz. And I do hope that some of that, all of that, was able to resonate with you. And I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our second stack here, we have this obsidian. We'll put it over there. So when it comes to this divine counterpart, we have the King of Wands. We have the Page of Wands. The Nine of Acorns, which would be the Nine of Wands. We have the Empress with beauty and abundance. We have the Explorer. And we have Come to the Edge. So within these cards, we see a lot of passion, a lot of energy, a lot of like movement, heavy movement, heavy travel here with all these wands showing up. You might have met this person. I'm not sure if you have though, because it's not showing me a connection within these cards. It might be that you've met this person and it hasn't turned into a romance yet. So there's still, you know, some changing that has to go on here before this relationship can strengthen. With Come to the Edge coming out here, it seems like it's a rebirth or restart or something new. It's like you have to step out of your comfort zone in order for things to be successful. This might also be for this person, that they have to step out of their comfort zone in order for, you know, this relationship to come into their life, or for them to do what is needed to attract this relationship. I do think we're seeing movement. This person might have to travel to get to you. You might be separated by like countries or states or, you know, oceans, whatever it may be. You might be separated, and it might be like you have to wait for this person's arrival. A lot of the time when I see wands, since they indicate travel, I lean toward actual physical movement to get closer to you. So they might be in like, you know, at a distance. But we also see the Explorer coming out, and the Explorer with all those wands seems like it's indicating that this person is not in like very close proximity to you. So mainly I would say there does appear to be travel involved. You might also have to travel for this person. You might have to travel to meet this person, and that could be indicating like your side of things. But when it comes to King of Wands, I think this person is really wanting a relationship, or like they're ready for a relationship. They've been hoping that the right person would come through, and they just haven't felt that true like intensity, that like soul level connection, something that's said to them, you know, flat out like this is the right one. And I get that a lot with that King of Wands. He gives me that like, this isn't working, you know, like I need you to match me on the same exact level energy. And even though it might sound like it's bad, I feel like it's somebody who knows what they want, so they're not going to waste time on something that isn't going to be successful, which is good for you because that will show you who the right person is. Because when they come in, they're going to say like, this is what I want, and I want, you know, to be in this relationship, and these are all the things I hope for in a relationship, and it'll give you that sign that it's the right person if you haven't met them yet. But also with the King of Wands, there's a strength to the King of Wands, you know, regardless of gender. There's a strength within the King of Wands that's like, this person knows what it is they want. They're very upfront, very honest with you about what it is, you know, what their intentions are, what they're hoping for. We do have the Page of Wands coming through here with this sort of like celebration aspect, this high energy, and normally it's like showing somebody who's about to embark on a really great adventure. So I think this person is just ready for this relationship, ready for this stage. And I think they've been through, you know, whatever else they've been through to sort of get them through each stage, you know, whatever the higher ups had planned before your arrival. And they moved forward, and this is sort of like the one thing that they feel like they're missing. The one thing that they're really like hoping for, waiting a long time for, and they're like, okay, you know, it's time for its arrival. It's time for it to show up so that I can finally move into that final stage. And I do love that the 9 of Acorns is coming out here with power and perseverance, because I feel like it's such a strong energy. Normally we would see the 9 of Acorns or the 9 of Wands, right, as that wounded warrior, somebody who's a little fearful of advancing, somebody who's a little worried about what life holds in store next. But here we're seeing as like, you know, take on the world energy. Like, I know what I want. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm getting out of life, and I'm not going to stop until I get those things. And to have such strong energy within the King of Wands, Page of Wands, and then we move into 9 of Acorns as that like triumphant movement here. It's showing that this person is really in this fantastic mindset of like, I want somebody I can grow with. I want somebody who can bond with me. I want somebody who is willing to expose my shortcomings so that I can be the best version of me, and that, you know, you two can support each other to only improve yourselves, you know, rather than holding each other back or overlooking flaws that need attention. You know, it's all about saying like, with this divine counterpart, it's improving the other person, growing the other person, exposing the issues so that this person can be the person that, like, the universe had hoped they would be, knew they could be, but might not have been able to be without you. So it's this big energy that's coming through on their side. They're really ready for this relationship. So they're just like, you know, we just need this final step, this final push forward. And they've got this clarity coming through with the Explorer. So 2 cards that are showing, if you have not met this person, it's coming in pretty quickly. The timing, like, of watching this person is like pushing their way out there. They know they've completed everything, or they're almost done. They've like got into this final position of like, I can start this relationship. We have the Empress, and I love that the Empress came out, because I was talking about this recently, and I said, was there, like, regardless of gender, when the Empress comes out, I think it's this person that's in the perfect position for a relationship. They're calm, but they're strong. They know what they want out of life. They're going to fight for it, but they know when things aren't worth, you know, putting too much energy into or overdoing it. You know, they know when to stop. They know when to pause. They know when to keep moving forward. And they have a very beautiful, balanced energy. They are very kind, they're very, very, very patient. And for the King of Wands to have that intensity, but to be balanced by the Empress, it's really great, because you're seeing somebody who's very level-headed, not somebody who's too hot-headed, makes bad decisions, and, you know, makes poorly planned decisions, or things that maybe like come too fast, and then they're stuck in the aftermath, and things are just like, you know, irreparable. Basically, we're seeing somebody who's very calm and will plan things out, make sure that they're really deeply thinking about the situation before they move forward. It's also showing you somebody who cares about family, cares about friends, and cares deeply about the people in their life. They want to be comfortable. They want the people around them to be comfortable. So they make sure that they put everybody, like, in this prime position to advance, to be happy, you know, to just be, to feel like they're capable, to feel like they're supported. I really feel like this person, they might not be like the best at expressing their love, but you definitely feel their love and feel their passion, feel the dedication that they have, feel the amount of effort that they're putting into this relationship. So I would say mainly here, it does not seem like you've met this person, at least from my point of view. You might have. It's not saying that you absolutely have not. It seems like there's still a little bit of a ways to go before both of you reach this level where you can actually, you know, take a step forward toward that edge that's present. This person's very enthusiastic. Like, they know exactly what they're wanting, and they're going after it, and they're going to make it clear to you that you know, this is what they want. And they have a very good, it's not like aggressive, even though it might sound like it, it's not aggressive. It's like very strong. It's like they want you to know so that you are on the same page as them, but also that so that you're aware and not questioning what's going on. So that's what I'm seeing here with this second stack and this obsidian. I hope all or some of that was able to resonate with you, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye bye. Starting with our third stack here, we have Lapis Lazuli. So when it comes to this divine counterpart, we have the Star coming out. We have the Ace of Swords. So air energy, double air energy coming out here. We have the Three of Shells, which would be the Three of Cups with playfulness and bliss. We have the Four of Shells, which would be the Four of Cups with soul searching and reevaluation. We have the Pillar. We have No Place Like Home. I think this person that's, if you haven't met this person, I mean, there is a chance that you've met this person, because I feel like with the air cards coming out here, there's a desire to communicate to you what it is they want, but there seems to be something that's holding them back. And that could be either way. Like, you haven't met this person and therefore they actually can't communicate with you, or you know this person and they're just struggling to communicate. They really do want to. If you do know this person, they want to, but they're not quite there yet. They're not at a place where they're able to say to you, these are my plans, this is what I want, and, you know, really put it out there for you. But if you do know this person, there is so much comfort, so much happiness, in their relationship with you. You're much closer to them, much more important to them than I think you realize. And it could be because this person might not be very good at communicating. Even though we do see, like I said, those air cards, especially with the Ace of Swords, we see that air energy. But when it comes to that, the other cards coming through are cards of more like not necessarily being direct with communication or still trying to figure things out. So if we're seeing that energy, that might be why you're just not feeling like a stronger connection or a clear connection when it comes to this person. Now, when it comes to you not knowing this person, I feel like that could also be why we're seeing this as like no communication or just not being in contact with this person, because this person is not able to actually reach out and talk to you yet. But I do feel like if you have not met them, they're really wanting this relationship. And I think they've got this almost loneliness about them because they know what is out there, but they don't have it in their life. With this depiction of the star, it's more of like almost like a depressing sort of sad energy within that card of like the hopes, the dreams, you know, or misfortune as well within that card. And I feel like this person has been waiting a while for the right person, and maybe they thought they got close to it and things didn't work out, or maybe you thought you got close to it and things didn't work out, and now you're waiting for a sign that it's like it's okay to move forward, it's okay to be happy again, it's okay to find this person. And we see that coming through with that energy change of the Ace of Swords. Is like, here's your opportunity for this person to come through. Now, a good thing is when it comes to this stack, we see Ace of Swords within that first row, right? So we're seeing this as quick movement. If you have not met this person, this is a quick arrival or very soon arrival. So I do believe that this person is coming into your life very soon. At the time that you're watching this video, it seems like very soon, or at least they'll make themselves known to you. Otherwise, when we see the Three of Shells, we see what they want in the future, what they're hoping for, and things that they have to do in order to get to that stage. Now, the Four of Shells, as well as the Three of Shells, they might be representations of both of you having to let go, both of you having to sort of like focus on things or change, you know, patterns, change perceptions in order to move forward and be happy, invite this new person in. And if we're talking about like divine counterparts, right, they have to be at the right time, like they have to be successful. So sometimes, you know, higher ups, you know, will just prevent the arrival of this relationship or delay it, you know, by a certain amount of time because there's not the right alignment for this relationship to be successful. With the Four of Shells, what we would normally see is the ignoring of what's being handed to you. And when it's in its best position, we see it as choosing to self-isolate in order to reflect and get to a better position that will allow for growth, expansion, you know, and then ascending to a better level, or, you know, just overall leveling up so that you can be in this better place so this relationship can be successful. In this depiction of the Four of Shells, we see soul searching and reevaluation. This is more to me representing what both of you are going through right now in order to get to this proper alignment, to make sure that you're both on the same page so that this relationship can be stable. We do see the best card to come out in the future, you know, as the Pillar, because the Pillar does represent stability. It represents a grounded relationship. And there are two sides to this Pillar. And if you look closely at it, there are things that they're not like perfectly, you know, mirrored, right? So it's like where you have your shortcomings, they have their strengths, and it's the reversal of like where they have their shortcomings, you have your strengths, and it's a balance that's created within that card. And that's the best thing about a divine counterpart, is there's a balance where you both meet each other in the middle. You're able to relate to the other person. They build up your weaknesses, make you a better person, you build up theirs. It's all about acknowledging the flaws, you know, acknowledging the things that need to be changed in order to level up, and, you know, accepting the person for who they are, but not allowing them to be a lesser version of themselves because you don't want them to change. So it's all about, you know, helping that person grow and ascend. Now, with No Place Like Home coming in that final position, it's this like final chapter, is this final place where you want to be, where you hope to be. I think it's interesting. We go from like looking up at the sky and the star to actually like sort of being in the sky in this No Place Like Home. And there's this like little, the moon here sort of looks like the shells that are present in the 3 of shells. It's giving, and the 4 of shells, it's giving the same like environment of like what you hope for, what you want in the future, what is possible in the future. And it's like all this longing here of this person is to have that family or to have that home with you, to have that relationship with you, because they have not had that connection before in the past. They haven't had somebody who feels like home, and there's that longing that's present in the star, the longing for a place to call home, a person to call home. And after all these changes on both of your sides, this is what's coming through. Now, I do feel like when it comes to this person, I'm not seeing a lot of major like details about them. I think there's somebody who's very good at talking, but doesn't really talk a lot. I think there's somebody who has a bright personality, somebody who has a lot of fun, somebody who's got like a good circle of people around them, but I don't feel like they go out much, even though they have a good group around them. They're very stable, very predictable, reliable. But this is like the one thing that they're missing here. The one thing that they want here, the one thing that they're longing for and constantly looking for is that home. And it's the one thing that is not present right now. They're still sort of hoping for that and wondering when that can come through. I also feel like they might have lost something. That could be a relationship, could be family, you know, could be a friendship, but I feel like they're taking this opportunity, or at least the position that they're in right now in life, as a fresh start to go out and sort of renew everything, renew their energy. So that's what I'm seeing here with this stack. I do feel like they have a very nice personality. I think they can be the center of attention, but I think they choose not to be. I think they choose to be sort of like somebody who is more reserved, but you can feel their energy. They definitely have a bright energy, and they're trying really hard to sort of become that person that they know they can be. That's what I'm seeing here with this third stack and this Lapis Lazuli. And I hope at least part of that was able to resonate with you. And I hope that you have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye. Starting with our fourth stack, we have this Labradorite. So when it comes to this divine counterpart, we have the Knight of Wands coming out first. We have the 10 of Coins. Interesting change in energy from wands to coins. We have the King of Crystals with courage and commitment. This would be another Pentacles card. So we have 10 of Pentacles, 10 or King of Pentacles here. We have 10 of Pentacles. So that's interesting. We have 2 of the same cards coming out here. We have Manifest, and we have a change in the wind. So there are a couple different scenarios when it comes to knowing this person. I would think you might possibly know this person. I'm leaning more toward you know this person. You might have already met this person. It might not have developed into anything when you did know this person, or it wasn't successful. Like it just wasn't the right timing for the relationship to work out. But mainly I would say it seems like either if you do know this person, you are in a relationship with this person. Could be here what we're seeing is that it's finally moving forward. Like you're no longer feeling like there's a stalling in this relationship, or there's like almost like misfirings where there's just not a lot of things that are allowing you to move forward or get to this better place that allows this relationship to be successful. So if it is your counterpart, right, we're looking at divine counterpart here. I feel like you've been heavily working on bringing this person into your life, or at least moving this relationship along to a better place. This person also appears to be working on bringing you into their life. And we see that because these are aligning, right? We see both sides of these rows aligning into the 10 of Coins, and everybody has their own different view of what the 10 of Coins is. And my way of normally looking at the 10 of Coins is like it's this energy of being stable, and we do have stability here. It's that energy of being stable in a predictable, reliable, consistent level relationship where, and like, of course, there will be ups and downs like normal, but there's something that is strong about it where you don't question it. You don't question what's going to happen tomorrow, where it's going, if this person is still going to be there, how much they care about you. The best thing about the 10 of Coins, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Crystals is It's coming through as this relationship that does not leave you questioning. It doesn't leave you with like a sour taste, you know, it doesn't leave you in a negative position. It only helps you. And this is longevity within these Pentacles cards. And we see King of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles has come out twice. So with these two cards coming out alongside the King of Pentacles, we're seeing somebody who is stable. This is a life partner. This is permanent energy. This is somebody who is now planting a seed that will grow for the rest of your lives together. You know, it's strengthening things. It's that perfect foundation to allow for a steady future. So if you have met this person, you're in a relationship, I would say you'll see things changing towards something that is much more stable. If you haven't met this person, I feel like if you've been single for a while or wondering where this person is, we see that card as a change in the wind, meaning things are finally turning around to a point where this person is coming into your life. And I love that a change of in the wind is moving toward manifest. So it's like it's finally working. This person is finally coming through for you. The universe, the higher powers, you know, the divine entities that are leading you to this person to you, they're finally like, here's the right time. It's time to move forward. It's time to put this person into to put both of you into each other's lives, right? So it's like this is now the right timing. I do like with manifest though, there's a stability in it that, or at least like the way I look at it, it's sort of got these like rocks around it, and I feel like there's stability within that card of like, once it comes through for you, it's there for you, and very good energy for that permanence there. And a long awaited arrival also with manifest, because there's an age to that card that feels like it's almost been an eternity. It's like it's finally coming through here. Knight of Wands, I will say, if you have not met this person yet, the Knight of Wands might show up as this person that maybe like is really trying to move forward or trying to figure it out, but isn't really seemingly like they're on the same page as you. Or it might be something where you're not knowing how to really feel about this relationship. Like, do you put it all in, or do you just sort of like, you know, give little tidbits of yourself to this relationship? Because it might be that both of you are really questioning how to move forward, when you both might have had like sort of rocky relationships in the past. There's also like the Knight of Wands. I feel somebody who just wants to move forward. There's somebody who just is putting this energy, this endless energy into the future, and they want it. They're chasing after it with a very strong conviction. They're not letting it get past them. There's an excitement there within the Knight of Wands. Like, they're excited to have this counterpart coming through. They're ready for this stability. They're ready for this long term. They're ready for this change, this new like stage within their life. They're ready to grow old, to have those generations follow them. You know, they're ready to build up this future. They're ready for that attainment. It's all these things that they have been working so hard for. It's like, you know, now is the right time. And it could have been in the past that like these other relationships they had, they weren't like working out, or they just weren't the right people, and they couldn't figure out what it was that was creating this instability in relationships. And then finally it dawned on them that it was like either they weren't ready, or they were choosing the wrong person, the people that weren't ready for what they wanted. But now when they're going about this, they're seeing it in a different way. They're seeing it in this way of like, if I want, you know, what's present within these cards, I need to actually go out and find that. And it takes, you know, courage, like we see with the King of Pentacles there, to actually say, I want this, you know, long-term partner. I want this success. I want this, and I don't want anything else. And you have to stick with it. And we do see commitment, right? We have to stick with it. We have to be stable in order to chase after those things and actually reach that, you know, to actually manifest and hold on to those things. You can't just be like, I really, really want this, put in a little effort, and then be upset when it doesn't happen. Or, you know, put in all the effort, and then once it does make itself to you, then all of a sudden you stop putting in the effort. So it's like they're in this better stage of, they know they need to put in the work, and they need to continuously put in that work in order to make this successful long term. But I think both of you are in proper alignment, or at least when it comes down to the arrival of this person, the change in the wind, you know, this movement here, it's you two reaching that alignment that tells the universe, the higher powers, right, it's okay. You know, we can send in the right person now so that this can be successful, that they can finally, like you two can finally be with your divine counterpart and be successful in this relationship, because that divine counterpart, you know, is there long term. You see, you know, the good and the bad in the person. You try to help them grow. You don't allow them to just, you know, exist flawed, but you also don't, you know, try to change things that don't need to be changed. You accept them as they are for that loving person, that reliable person that they are in your life. And you both, you know, elevate each other as you continue on through the relationship. So that's what I'm seeing there within that last stack and that Labradorite. And I do hope that at least some of that was able to resonate with you. And I do thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch whatever portion of the video you have. Please have a wonderful day, week, and year. Bye-bye.